Dear students, welcome to you. In the last time, we studied some information about skeletal system and support in living organism. Today, inshallah, we're going also to revise and to refresh our information from previous years, and we need to start and to study some information about hormones. I know that you already studied them in third prep, but today we're going to revise on the hormone coordination and how they are benefit our bodies. Okay, let's start our lesson today. Hormonal coordination in the living organism. I know that I studied it before, and let's figure some names of glands inside our body. The first one, which is what? Endocrine gland. And let me to remind you about the endocrine gland. Actually, it is a group of tissue that secrete this secretion directly in the bloodstream. Okay? Before starting of the meaning of hormones and the function of hormones, we have some types of hormones, different types, but in general, what does it mean hormone? They are a chemical message or chemical substances that secreted inside your blood for a specific function in a very amount, very tiny or micrograms. Well, from type of glands that we have inside our body, like pituitary gland, which is found inside the brain, like thyroid gland, which is found over the neck, like adrenal gland, which is found over your kidney. Pancreas, we consider pancreas and we're going to discuss it in details as a mixed gland. What does it mean, mixed gland? When we're going to discuss it, I'll tell you. Also, two testes in male, and finally, two ovaries in female. The endocrine system, as we said, in our picture here, you know something here, that the glands, they are separated from each other. They aren't connected like most of our systems inside your body. Okay, like what? Like the digestive system. Digestive system, the most organ, they connected together. Stomach connected with the small intestine connected with the large intestine, and so on. But here we found something that they are separated from each other, but they are actually connected together by this secretion, which is what? Which is hormone, and so on. Okay, well, we have also, we need to know the name of the gland, the function of it, and how does it work. But we're going to just to know right now the name and the function. The name and the function. Okay. What does it mean? What is the red blood cells here? They are doing what here? Actually, here he wants to tell you something very important, that endocrine gland, they are put this secretion directly in the blood. There is no tunnels. By the meaning, we have three types of glands: exocrine, endocrine, and mixed gland. Endocrine, our curriculum, they are a group of tissue or cells. They put the secretion directly in the blood. What about the exocrine? Exocrine, they are glands that secrete the secretion inside a passage or tunnel, and after that, this secretion, it may be get out of your body, like sweat gland. Your sweat, it's secreted outside your body, or inside cavity of your body, like what? Like salivary glands. Salivary gland secrete this secretion inside mouth cavity. Like what also? Like most of the glands that's associated with the digestive system. Pituitary gland, it has a very important function in your body because it what? Because it controls the other secretions of the other glands. So we call it what? We call it master gland. Why we call it master gland? Because it secretes a group of secretions or a group of hormones that controls the other glands inside your body. What about the thyroid gland? Thyroid gland, it consists of the looks like two loops, and they are found on your neck. It has or it secretes two hormones, calcitonin and calcitonin hormone, which controls the level of calcium inside your blood, and also secrete another hormone which liberates energy inside your body. Well, actually we have here an extra information about the hypothalamus, the hypothalamus area, which stimulates the pituitary gland to release growth hormone. And also we have pancreas and adrenal glands. You already studied pancreas and adrenal gland, but you didn't study thymus. Well, adrenal gland, it secretes something called, or hormone, which is called adrenaline, and scientists call this hormone of emergency hormone. Do you know when you are filled with fearing, or you get some tension, okay, or when you want to do an extra activity, the adrenal hormone is directly secreted, okay, inside your blood to adjust the heartbeats, and also for something called homeostasis. I'm going to give you some information about it. But I want to give you some information also about the pituitary gland before forgetting it. Pituitary gland, it also secretes something called growth hormone, which controls the development and the growth of your body. Okay, the function of pituitary gland here to secrete what? Hormone that controls the other secretions, as we said, and also it has an important role for what? For secretion growth hormone. What does it? Actually, this is the pituitary gland, and those are a group of hormones that's secreted by pituitary gland to control the other secretion. For example, here it secretes what? It secretes TSH, which is mean what? It means thyroid stimulating hormone. This hormone secreted by pituitary gland to control the secretion of thyroid gland, to stimulate the other gland, which is thyroid gland, to secrete its secretion, which is thyroid hormone or calcitonin. Got the meaning? Okay. And so on. And also FSH or LH hormones, like luteinizing hormone. Okay? Well, after that, I want to remind you with the information about the growth hormone. Do you know that growth hormone, it has an important function in development and growing of your body? But growth hormone that causes what? Causes some diseases, okay, like gigantism in childhood, or in adult, it may cause something called acromegaly. Called what? Acromegaly. We're going to study them in our curriculum, don't worry. That causes deformation of face bone. But the decreasing of growth hormone during childhood, it may causes dwarfism. The person, he looks like as a dwarf. He's very short. I think that you can observe that some people in our daily life, they are so short or dwarf. Okay? So this is the increasing in secretion of growth hormone in childhood causes what? Gigantism. But decreasing in the secretion of growth hormone, that causes what? Yes, dwarfism. Thyroid gland, it has a different function also. It secretes two hormones, thyroxine and calcitonin. Thyroxine that affects and stimulates physical and mental growth and development in your body, or simply it liberates the energy of your body. Okay? But what about calcitonin? Calcitonin hormone that adjusts the calcium level inside your body. Adjust what the calcium level of your body. But we have also some diseases that may happen by increasing or decreasing of those hormones. Like what? Like iodine deficiency in your food that may causes what? Causes simple goiter. And I have here a picture for you to know what does it mean, a simple. Why the extra or hyper secretion of thyroxine hormone? Hyper here means extra, okay, something more than the normal, okay? Hyper secretion of thyroxine hormone that causes something called exophthalmic goiter or exophthalmosis goiter. And this is the difference between, well, this is the thyroid gland, its location here, and it two loops found on your neck, over the trachea, and this is the exophthalmosis. I need you to just observe the form of eyes. It looks like what? Yes, it's a very glaring. Okay. Adrenal gland, which secretes adrenal hormone, or it has another name, but it's just an extra information, which is epinephrine. We call it emergency hormone. We use this hormone in what? In emergencies. Like what? Like when you feel with a sudden fear or a sudden situation. At this moment, directly the adrenal gland secretes, by starting with the pituitary gland, secretes another hormone to stimulate adrenal gland to secrete adrenaline hormone to adjust or to make the heart to pump in proper way, to avoid the heart attack and so on, and also to regulate the blood circulation inside your body. Pancreas, one of the most important organs inside our body. Actually, pancreas we consider it as a mixed gland. What does it mean, mixed gland? I have told you right now that we have a different type of glands: endocrine, exocrine, and mixed. Endocrine, they secrete the secretion directly in the blood. Exocrine, they secrete the secretion inside body cavity or outside, like sweat gland. But if the gland has two functions to secrete secretion inside your blood directly or outside the body or in the body cavity, you call it what? Mixed gland. The most common example that we have, pancreas, which is with mixed gland. Pancreas, as you see that it has two functions. It secretes insulin hormone, and glucagon hormone inside your blood directly, and also it secretes some digestive juices, but they follow inside the tunnel. So they are what? Endocrine and exocrine gland at the same time. Okay? And we have moved here to show us the main function of the pancreas inside our body and how does it adjustment and how does it regulate the blood glucose. Just to count, what did we say right now? We said that we have endocrine system, and we said it looks like what? It looks like as what? As the indicator for the external environment. As soon as you get some sweat or some cold, directly your homeostasis inside your body, yes, your body, it always what? It acts to adapt with the external environment. Okay? Well, and also we said the endocrine system is just a system of that produce and secrete hormones to regulate different functions of our body. Like what? Like pituitary gland, which secretes growth hormone and other different hormones, like thymus gland, like adrenal gland, like pancreas, and so on. And those are some examples on hormones inside your body, like insulin hormone, adrenaline hormone, thyroxine hormone. Okay, this is a gland cell. Okay, and it directly, as we said, yes, what we have here, the green cubes here, they are represented as what? As the hormone that flow inside your bloodstream directly. Mister, they are flow in all our body? No, we have here something which is what? Yep, target cell. Directly, the target cell, they are the cells that attach it, and they are target, and they are very important for the hormone. And as soon as the hormone connected and give the stimulus for the target cell starts for what? Start for the function. Okay, and so on. And after finishing from the gland cell, okay, or from the hormone reaching to the target cell, after that the target cell, it also what? It also return back and gives it another signal to stop what? To stop secretion of the secretion. Okay, we have here a very simple example to learners. How does it work? The meaning of feedback or the negative feedback. Well, do you know that we have here furnace or oven? When the temperature increases more and more till what? Till such a certain temperature. At this time, what happened to the thermostat or the stimulus? Directly stop. And I give you a promise that I'm going to give you some information about the pancreas. Well, inside our body, when you eat a meal, okay, what happened to the carbohydrates and most of the sugars? They are directly poured and changed into nutrients inside your blood. So we have here blood glucose. It's what? It's a very high. This is what? This is a stimuli for pancreas to secrete something that we said it right now. Yes, insulin hormone. When the insulin hormone is secreted, it directly collects the extra and excess amount of blood glucose inside your blood and form it and change it in form of what? Glucagon. What does it mean, glucagon? Well, actually, glucagon is just a kind of storing glucose, okay, for the future use. After that, if you want to use it again, you go into what? You go into get some stored glucose in form of glucagon, okay, inside your liver. That is all. But what about if I want to get some stored? Here is it. Gland cell secreted also the hormone, and we're going to repeat the movie again. The target cell, it works, or it stimulated, and after that target cell starts to stimulate to put the secretion also. And after that we have two testes. They are found in male, and they secrete testosterone hormone. And if you remember that testosterone hormone has an important function in appearing the secondary sex male, like what? Like change your voice, like appearance of hair in your face, like large enlargement of your bones, strength of your muscles, and so on. On the same way, we have also two hormones, but they are related to the female, which is what? Two ovaries found in the female, and they secrete estrogen and progesterone hormone. And as you know, estrogen is responsible for the same sequence in male. It has an important role in what? Yes, appearance of secondary female character. Like what? As we said in male, we said what? We said strongest and your voice of male going to be very harsh. But while in case of female, the voice what? Yes, sharpness and softness of voice. Also, the accumulation of fat in some body areas, enlargement of breast, and so on. But what about progesterone hormone? Is it necessary? This is a very necessary hormone. Progesterone, it comes from, you remember it, from pregnancy. So progesterone hormone, it's responsible for pregnancy and another hormones also, other hormone also, they go into secreted because of or due to the progesterone hormone. We have here also movie that show for us some information about different glands inside our bodies, like adrenal gland, like pancreas, and also like thymus gland. I told you that we're going to study thymus gland within our curriculum. Well, the last piece of information, we said it, the last two glands, which is what? Testes and ovaries. Okay, we have here testes, they are found in male, and they have a very important function in secretion of, what did we say? Yes, secretion of testosterone hormone. And testosterone hormone, it's responsible for appearance and which shows the what? The male character, like what? Like strongest and your voice, enlargement of bones, enlargement of muscles, and so on. While on the other hand, female testes, which is ovaries, they have also an important role in what? In case of secretion of estrogen and progesterone hormone. And by the way, testes and ovaries, they are glands, and at the same time they have another function in the sexual and asexual reproduction, because the ovary, they are female gonads. What in by gonads? They secrete what? They secrete ovum, while testes, they secrete sperms. And we need in sexual and asexual reproduction, we need what? We need sperm to fertilize the ovum for and after fertilization to form something which is called zygote. Okay, and don't forget that estrogen affect on a different body parts, like preserve bone density, develops of breasts, and mature ovaries. Mature mean they becomes more adult. They become suitable for ovulation and production of ovum, and also starts of the menstrual cycle. We're going to study it within our curriculum in this year, okay? And it all actually it's related for female only, and also delays memory loss. This is about what? The effect of female hormones. While the testes, as we said, they have the function of secretion hormones and also secretion of sperms. And actually, we have inside the testes, when we go into study it, it consists of a different parts. Part of them, it has ability to store amount of sperms inside it. But the most characterized hormone that's secreted by testes, which is what? Testosterone hormone. As we said, from its name, testes, which secretes what? Testosterone hormone. Testosterone hormone, as we said, it has also a different functions, not only for appearance of the male sex characters, but also preserve bone density, increase muscle mass, as we said, enlargement of muscle, enlargement of bones, and stimulate sperm production after puberty, okay, and also stimulate facial hair growth, appearance, the hair in your face. And the last piece of information that we have, sex drive and aggression. Okay, let's revise on our lesson today. As we said, we're going to study endocrine glands. They are glands that secrete the secretion directly in the blood. Okay, and they secrete the secretion. They are called hormones. What does it mean, hormone? They are chemical message that secreted in a very small amounts in micrograms. For example, pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland. Pituitary gland, it found in what? In the brain. Thyroid gland found in what? On the neck, or definitely at the upper part of the trachea. Adrenal gland, which is found on, yes, excellent, found in what? On the two kidneys, the upper of two kidneys. The last piece of information here, which is pancreas, and we said it considered as what? Endocrine or exocrine? Excellent, both of them. It's considered as a mixed gland, okay, because it secretes what? As we said, it secretes two secretions. Secrete insulin hormone to adjust the blood glucose level, and also it secretes what? The other some digestive juices or hormone inside the body cavity. Two testes and two ovaries. Two testes, they're related to the male. Two ovaries related to female. Two testes, they secrete testosterone hormone, while two ovaries secrete what? Yes, both of them secrete estrogen and progesterone hormone. Pituitary gland, it has an important role of secretion growth hormone, which is responsible for development and growing of our body. The hypersecretion of pituitary gland during the childhood, it causes diseases, which is what? Just gigantism. But during the growing or in adult, that causes something called acromegaly. But what about the hypersecretion in childhood? It causes what? Dwarfism. And this is the most hormones that's secreted by pituitary gland. Growth hormone and some stimulating hormone, FSH, LH, prolactin, and also it affects the contraction of uterus, and secretes hormones to control the secretion of adrenal gland. Thyroxine hormone, it has an important role for what? For liberate energy inside your body, or that affects and stimulates the physical and mental growth inside your body and development. What about the calcitonin hormone? From its name, calci, so it controls the calcium. Here is it. Got the meaning? So calcitonin, its main function to decrease the calcium level inside your body. As soon as the calcium level increases in your blood, what happens? Calcitonin directly secreted from thyroid gland and collected and returned back it into what? Packet in form of package and return it to your bone. We have also some diseases that may occur or happen because of what? The iodine deficiency in food that causes some disease like simple goiter or exophthalmosis, as we said, or exophthalmic goiter. At the end of this lesson, I hope you learned more about hormone coordination and endocrine system. See you in the next time. Goodbye. Salam alaikum.